Hello, everyone. This is Mandy Ray of Ecstatic Astrology, here to give you the OPA, Organization for Professional Astrology Transit Report for Friday, September 10th, Venus moving into Scorpio. And what a significant shift it is. Venus is leaving its home sign of Libra, where it's predisposed to communication and love and cooperation and peace. And it's entering a sign that deals with transformation and deep desires and power. And it is traditionally the sign of its detriment. It just means it doesn't function exactly the way Venus is typically used to functioning. So Venus wants to get its needs met in Scorpio. We get to take a look at our deepest desires with Venus in Scorpio, and it's a good thing. It's a gift. It brings them to the surface, especially if we've been trying to ignore those deep desires or push them down. Venus in Scorpio brings them to the surface and says, this is an important part of your reality. Also will help us to step into our power. If we've been in a situation that feels disempowering for us, Venus in Scorpio puts an end to that. And we will see those situations with greater clarity and want to bring balance to that. So it is a very relationship heavy transit, both love and money, business partnerships, friendships, you could even say. We see where we are empowered or disempowered. This is about how we share ourselves with others. For the first few days of Venus in Scorpio, Mars is in Virgo. So it's pretty tame. When Mars moves into Libra, this kicks it up a notch because then they're in mutual reception. They're in each other's home. Mars traditionally rules Scorpio. The modern ruler is Pluto, so we can also look to that for more information. But when Mars moves into Libra September 14th, we can expect things to get a little more active in the relationship area, how we balance these things, how we communicate. Are things working? Are we being empowered? Am I giving too much, taking too much, that sort of thing? There's another significant few dates that I want to talk about. The first one's going to be September 16th and 17th, and that is when Venus squares Saturn with the moon in Aquarius. The last time this was activated was April 26th. There was a full moon at this exact degree in Scorpio, 7 degrees of Scorpio. And that's where this square to Saturn and the moon will happen. And Saturn in Aquarius is really trying to innovate our structures and build us up to have the future that we really want, right? That requires work and mastery. Venus in Scorpio just really wants to get its desires met. It wants what it wants. So Saturn becomes a little bit of an obstacle to that September 16th and 17th. It is brief. Once we pass that, the next significant transit is going to be Venus opposite Uranus. And this pushes for freedom. So where Saturn said no, Uranus is going to say, hey, you should upset the apple cart. I would look to September 21st through 24th. It's exact September 23rd, but that whole time frame will be activated as Venus opposes Uranus. This has us push for freedom. It's seeing where our values have been changed, where we are innovating our values. Maybe what we once wanted no longer is the case. And maybe we have desires that come forth that we never knew we even had with this transit. Uranus tends to bring stuff from out of the blue, so expect the unexpected. Scorpio rules secrets, so that could come to the surface on a collective level. You should watch the news for the Venus-Uranus opposition, as well as money. Don't forget, money is a signification of Venus. So Venus and Scorpio opposing Uranus and Taurus, both signs that have to do with resources. This could be a thing. And I would watch those dates 21st through 24th for that. But it is a great day to shift. If you're trying to do that, that's a time to shift your life and get rid of things that you don't want, that are not working for you, that are disempowering you, people included. Okay, so the next transit that's really important during Venus and Scorpio is the Mercury retrograde September 27th, because that happens in Venus's home sign of Libra. And Mercury retrograde will be answering to Venus and Scorpio while it's there. So this really puts relationships under a magnifying glass, and we are going to be balancing our books, let's put it that way, with Mercury retrograde. It's a chance to redo things in relationships of all sorts and to rethink them and to change our perspective. I think it's interesting that it comes on the heels of a Venus opposition to Uranus. So whatever happens around that time will likely be what we're dealing with and what we're redoing for the Mercury retrograde. Okay, so then also September 30th, Venus squares Jupiter. This has us really looking at what we believe about reality, about how we want to approach the future. And Venus in Scorpio may say, okay, I didn't realize that my truth has changed so much, that we've had to do all of these different things in reality. And now what my beliefs are a little different. So the way I share myself has to be a little different. Venus squares Jupiter is not a bad transit. It does ask us questions, though. That's what I will say. And then October 1st and 2nd, this is going to require the most action. The moon is in Leo. The moon will square Venus and it will square Uranus and it will oppose Saturn and Jupiter. This activates the fixed grand cross, which always requires us to adjust. The fixed signs don't like to adjust too much. They're fixed. So Venus and Scorpio, my desires, this is what I want. Uranus and Taurus, but we're innovating our values. Saturn and Jupiter and Aquarius, we're trying to create a new future. And then Moon and Leo, our inner child just wants to have fun, right? It just wants to enjoy itself. And all of these deeply transformative things are happening. So you can see how the 1st and 2nd may be a little tense. And I would look at that time period for some action and change. And then, of course, October 6th is the new moon in Libra, which answers to Venus in Scorpio. So all of the deep work we're doing with Venus and Scorpio, we get the chance to start a new phase in Libra with that information. And I think that's really helpful. We plant seeds at new moons, and we've got the truth that Venus in Scorpio, after that square to Jupiter, has shown us. So we learn something for sure, and then use it to start this new phase, October 6th, with the new moon in Libra and Mars co-present with Mercury retrograde. Also, Venus leaves Scorpio October 7th, and that's an important thing to know, because then everything in Libra will answer to a Venus in Sag. But that's for later. I wish you all of the passion and intensity that Venus and Scorpio can bring. I wish you empowerment and to see where you need to shift things in order to have the life that you want. All right, all my best from the Scorpio sun and Saturn in Scorpio. This video has been difficult to record, as you can imagine. Have a great weekend. Thank you very much. See you soon.